The patch.
Hey, it's a patch.
This week featuring helicopter.
With helicopter.
It's really loud.
Just in time.
That's my favorite commentator.
Showed up right at 4. So we got Gus, Burnie,
Banana.
Jack, Ryan,
Jack Ryan.
There
Gus.
you go, guys.
You sound the same.
You are welcome.
For the audio listeners,
Do I have to do that? Yeah, never mind. Yeah.
they're fine.
Gus here's a government agency. He gets a little flustered.
Yeah, what's going on?
It's immigration. But then also that makes you have to point out that Respawn Entertainment, which was the original guys at Infinity Ward that then left, are now about to put out Titanfall. In fact, they just put up the beta signups for Titanfall just last night.
Yeah, go. You can sign up. It's like titanfall.com/beta.
What are you doing here? Yeah, go sign
really.
up. The one other thing we talked about, we didn't really predict it, but we talked about was if you were putting out Titanfall right now, and this is going to be a system seller for the Xbox One, probably one of the first system sellers of this entire generation, or arguably at least, would you put out Titanfall at the same time for the Xbox One and the Xbox 360? And I said I would probably give it a little bit of a window, and they've given it now, what, 2 weeks?
2 weeks. We drew the comparison to Spartan Assault. They did the same thing.
Right.
Spartan Assault had 2 weeks head start on the Xbox One and then came out on the 360 as well.
Now, we don't know if they listen to the patch, but we can assume that they probably do.
That's a freebie, Respawn. The next one's going to cost you.
I will be playing Goat Simulator in the next
Goat
week.
Simulator.
So I take, I don't know what to say. I'm a little put off by the name Goat Simulator because I've never been chased by a goat waving an axe around with its tongue.
Well,
that's not a very accurate goat simulation.
Clearly, you've never been to Spain. No, wait, that's bull. Sorry.
It looks like a crazy, stupid game.
Dude, it looks like a goat simulator. What do you expect a goat simulator to look like?
You could be a trash can in that game, and it wouldn't matter. There's nothing special about you being a goat.
Trash can simulator
that you have a
coming
sticky
2016.
I love it so they can it's hard to make a game. It is not something you just sit there and go, Goat Simulator, publish. I mean, so a team of people had to work on this, and they're every Monday they must have gone this is still funny, right? this is still a good idea to make this.
No, it was an engine test for something else,
Yeah,
right?
it was a joke.
Yeah.
And then the demand, the reaction was so positive. They're like, all right, great. I guess we'll make it.
I'm totally gonna play Goat Simulator. When games like this came out, I'm so happy I'm not Michael Jones because his every piece of social media for him is do a rage quitting Goat Simulator. That's how I heard about Flappy Bird. Is people wouldn't stop asking Michael to make a rage quit in Flappy Bird, which I can't even imagine. Him doing.
I get upset playing Flappy Bird.
Yeah. I don't want to say anything because wait. Oh wait.
So dumbest story of the week. This seems like an April Fool's joke because it takes effect April 1st. Namco Bandai is changing its name to Bandai Namco, effective April 1st.
I mean, that's like your leg taking over your body.
Yeah, it's always the same. I was thinking the same thing. It's like the Twitch Justin TV thing.
Pretty much.
So they're keeping the same logo and everything. They're just swapping the order of the two names or the two words.
Was there any justification given for that?
Plans to see the change.
Well, clearly Namco is the much more recognized part of the title. So they need to have that
Bandai's
first.
going to the top, isn't it? Or what's going to the top?
Well, clearly
Bandai's going to the top.
Bandai is the much more recognized part of the
There you
title,
go, there
so
you
it needs
go.
to go to the top.
You misspoke just a moment ago, clearly.
The publisher was
There's an echo. It's not. Yeah.
The publisher was a result of a merger between Namco and Bandai in September 2005. The umbrella company's logo seen above, which is now Bandai Namco, will be used for all the publisher's product going forward. Up until this point, Namco Bandai uses traditional individual Namco and Bandai logos on some of its games.
So there's one leftover executive that's just been waiting. He's been biding his time, just waiting to take over the top spot.
One
in the
Bandai
logo.
executive was like, I'm going to get us
still
back on
here.
top.
Mr. Bandai is hanging out.
So I'm going to step back here for a second.
Before you get to that, I always feel like I'm humbled a little bit because you guys always come here with all this technology. You got this iPad mini here, you got a phone and a laptop. So today I came prepared.
All right. What do you got?
Props. I didn't.
Hey, look at
This
this.
is from the desk of Eli Haywood, my son. Is it an iPad? And if you're playing the home game and you can't see what I'm holding in my hand, it's a very fancy case from the lovely people at Fisher and Price, who
make EVE Online.
Really
Hold it up to
nice
the camera.
things. Yeah. So thank you, Eli. You especially enjoy this part on the patch. I'll do that right into the mic. There we go.
They make an iPad case by Fisher Price.
Case, yep.
That's brilliant.
Are
There we
these
go.
legs?
Oh, yeah.
Man.
Oh,
It's actually an iPad. I thought you were
no,
joking.
it is seriously an iPad.
Wow.
I'm just gonna play Elmo here while we're.
Can I ask you a question?
Well,
Do
what's
you
up?
have Flappy Bird installed on
I
that?
do not have Flappy Bird. Now I'm gonna have to go to eBay and pay $5,000 to get it. I guess.
Did you ever install it on any of your iOS
No,
devices?
but it doesn't matter for you don't have to do it iOS. If you do it on Android, you can just download the APK file.
Well, no,
People
my
still
point
have
was
it.
if you had done it on any iOS device, you could get on your account and still get it
Oh,
from
really?
your download history. I
Okay.
think they have to do
Yeah.
that. Even though
Yeah.
it's a free download, it still has to be made available.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.